Hello and welcome to KGS. Oh, I changed my outro again. Sorry. Hi, my name is SongbirdGo and welcome to KGS. Today we got 3K versus 4K because I got demoted not too long ago. Actually, just a couple minutes ago. Okay, so we can do opposing Komoku or go for my orthodox again. So I'm going to try to take this game a little bit slower, not get enthralled in a Joseki. That's kind of weird because then I can do this, right? For white to do that? If I do that, then he makes an orthodox. That is kind of weird. Just do that. I'll take my enclosure. So now this is more or less in balance. So what I can do now is come back and do this sort of thingy. Or... so I can come back and finish this Joseki now. No, you don't think so? Well, if I play here and you jump out... I mean, at some point I can come back and just do this, because you don't have this move yet. Play on the outside, get influence, and then approach high here. Because if you, I was gonna say, if you take the corner now, I'm not going to shoulder hit. I can jump out some more, and then since you didn't come back, I can do this Joseki over here. If he takes this and I do that, then he can push, and then this corner's kind of in trouble. So what I think I might do is take this. Nah, that's too soon. How do I attack this? I want to keep it separate from this. That's the principle. I want to keep it separate from this. Although this is fairly strong, but this is fairly weak. 2 space jump here. 1 space jump, he jumps out with it, and do I keep following it then? Because I'm surrounding this stuff, and then I can throw in and get rid of its base. But he still has an extension here, so I really can't attack this base yet. This is where normally you would lean on it, and then throw it in there, right? You learn new stuff, you try to apply it wherever you can, you take a couple steps back, and then you eventually figure out when and where to use it and move forward. So I can push again if I want to destroy it, but what I really want to do is just this. And I'm okay with him getting a base here and living here because I can't actually kill this base. I couldn't kill this base. If I approach from this side, he would just go into the corner, and I'd be the one to attack. Or if I defend it or block it from this side, then he would just extend along this. So what he can do is go Atari up, but I think I'm going to just connect solidly here. He, of course, can get this Atari, but then I'm going to come around and attack that. Bamboo joint's good. If I do this, then when he honeys here, he can cut, and of course with this he can get that, but then I can descend. Okay, so I should do this, and then descend. If he Ataris it, then I just capture it, and I can poke through. I don't want to do this Atari, I would rather do this Atari. I don't think you should save the stone. Worst case, he does a bamboo joint. Oh, he's going to save it. Okay. So by doing this, I'm still undercutting his base. I'm also making mine a lot solider, more solid. And then if I get this Hane, then I have a very large corner. This also undercuts the base, so he can, of course, attach there now. So he's in defensive mode. I'm in offensive mode. Move is just to do this, and then I could either follow or I could connect, and I'll probably end up connecting. Just to get rid of the cutting point. Or this works too, but then he can get this turn, whereas if I do this, then I can Hane back immediately. Alright, so he's trying to make eye shape, which is fine. Remember, eye shape is okay. This is a key point for that. If he gets this Hane, then he is completely fine. So we gotta make sure that it's not. So wait, if I should have played there then, because then this can't make an eye. I can play here, right? But then he can Hane. I can Hane back. He can descend. I can then connect, poke through, That gets rid of his base. Now what I want to do is continue to attack him though. And how do I profit by doing that? I could lean on this to get some more outside influence and then push him towards it. This also effectively does that though, right? Because if he Hanes, I can then Atari it. If he tries to go for Ko, it doesn't matter. This also helps my shape, and then he can turn and go on the run again. But then I get stronger here. Maybe I should do this first, because then when he Hanes, I might want to do something else. Or should I push up? If I push up, he pushes up. Because he's going to want to do that, right? He's not going to want to try to live right away. See, if he gets that, then I can do this. I can still... if he cuts, it's just Atari, and just dead. Or Atari. Wait. Atari, follow. Why would he wouldn't want to live locally that small though, right? He's gonna push up. He's gotta push up. Then as soon as I'll probably approach here and do some Josekis with that. We also need to resolve this. And then after those two things are resolved, then I think I'm going to, oh, interesting. Like I said, this is a very big move. Because it'll get me the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 20 points, just bam, right there. Don't want to approach this far because he has the throw-in because of that stone. So I'd only be able to get something like this, which is also, this is a good extension. But right now, the biggest open side is here. But first, I think I'm going to try to punish his corner. Because he didn't respond. Should we do this and see what he wants? Or punish? Let's punish. We're going to let this go for now. We'll come back to attack it in a bit. If I do this, he can Hane, or he can Atari this. I can then Atari that and capture all of this corner topside stuff. But I think the move is to do this, right? Crawling on the second line is okay with me. And now I can get this in Sente. So now this is no longer the biggest side of the board. The biggest side of the board's here, or even here. Okay, so what I want to do, I think, is just take this big point. He's going to get this extension, or should I take this extension? Take this big point, extension, extension. This extension's pretty big. He's going to get this extension, though. So would I rather take this one, let him have that, but then my capping moves don't really work. Take a big corner. He'll take that extension, I take this extension. Although, if he takes this extension, then I can do shoulder hits and stuff and still try to work with this, I guess. Or do I play here? Play high so I can get out? Yeah. So it's like I'm already being pincered, unfortunately. Although I think that might be a little over-concentrated. Like, this is what happened in the last game. I approached high, he pincered me. I've got pincered twice now. If I approach on, or if I attach on the outside, I'm also looking at this, I think. Splitting, no. Attaching. Let's see, there's the Hane, pull back, extend. There's also just the extend. But I really can't lean on this because it's already got the extension, right? So maybe just take the outside here. Attach a little, attach? What would he do? Would he Hane? I think I'm gonna attach. I want the outside here facing this stuff. If I can get an extension, that's great, because then I'll try to get a capping move to seal this stuff in and get all that. At least that's my current plan. What happens if he cuts? If he cuts, then I can do this. There's that, this, and then I can get an extension, right? It's like he gave me a Hane at the head of 2 stones. I can also just do this. This is pretty good too. Hane here first, and then do that. We'll just do that. So now he's going to look at invading this, right? No? Push, block, Hane, go here. So he can bring it up to 6 line territory. So now I want to extend, because I'm going to assume this is like a 4 stone wall. So you want a 5 space extension, which will also work well with this. And then I can then get this later and get a double wing. Now the big side of the board's here, but he's going to invade first. This will take out the base. And he shouldn't follow, right? He should just start jumping. And then play up, or do I... Because now I can play the knight's move, right? I'm surprised he went down with me. I don't know. And now that we've got this, now when we push over here, it's like we're just getting all those points. So that's pretty good. Honey? Or just extend? I don't want to let him get that. So this this stone cutting here, he can actually connect with that. So do I want to try to shoulder hit that or coax him into taking that? Lean on this. He would probably jump there, right? He wouldn't. So just take an extension over here, I guess. He then gets this Hane. Hane back. He extends. He's then connecting to that. But if we go too much more, then he's just going to throw over here. So I kind of want to get this now. And if I get this extension and that, this is also a threat against this group. So he's poking at that connection of mine. If I jump out, does he try to save that zone or does he actually split? Because remember, I still have this connection over here. You know, I'm half tempted just to take this right now. But then he can get this split and then this is on its own, right? If I jump, what happens? He'll want to jump back, right? And then I can... I really want those points. These points in the corner are worth a lot. Should I poke at this first? I'm probably not going to want to poke here just because it's a weird shape. So if I poke here, what does he do? This is a shoulder hit against that. Does this threaten the poke? Wedge, Atari, fix, connect, Atari, down, follow, or take this. This again hurts that. And it gets me a lot of points. Versus playing submissively. What does he do in response? Is he wedged in somewhere? Wedge, Atari, up, fix. Ugh. I don't like this anyways. So let's do this. Let's do this. Let's take my points in the corner and attack his other group. He can Hane, I can Hane back, and he can make some shape. But then he ends in Gote. And then I can come back and deal with this, right? So now I can play a move. I can play moves in here. Like this, he'll have to capture. And then I can play a move like this, which is threatening this stuff. I can then Hane. I can Hane now if I wanted. So I have a lot of forcing moves around here now too. I can just Atari it. And I can still get this as a poke and then play here. If I shoulder... Oh, here. Can I poke here and then shoulder hit? Should I shoulder hit first? Shoulder hit, shoulder hit, shoulder hit. Do you try to poke back and then go forward? Shoulder hit, depending how he responds, and poke. Or am I thinking about the wrong direction here? This move looks really interesting. I don't know what to do. Hane. The ladder goes straight into my stuff, so I can extend after the Hane. And then I can shoulder hit and get in here, I guess. I don't know. I'm picking a move. Gotta try to keep it separated from this. If they link up, then it's alive and good. There's this move. There's also this move. You can extend with me, and I extend again, which that means I can then lean over here and get all these points. But playing here, you can do this, then we can Hane and do all that sort of stuff, and then I got a few pokes, right? Can I just cut directly? Atari, you can't Atari it down. You can Atari it out. And Atari this, do that, and then I can play here. Shoulder hit. He plays here, then I cut, Atari out. Extend, go with it, or go through. Block, cut, and that's actually double Atari, right? I'm not sure what to do. Responding to this would have been probably a good thing to do. Wedging in here now? Atari out, has to fix. Maybe wedging was a better move. Atari here, fix, because I can then Atari and go out. Maybe wedging was the best move I should have done. Now does the wedge work? Atari, fix, cut. I extend. He cuts off that stone. Is this stone important? I mean, it's... Can I double Hane? Atari up, extend, Atari, Atari, fix. Actually, I think I can. This now pokes at that. He can get Atari and Atari up, fix here. And then I can chase that some. This threatens the cut, though. So he'll probably want to respond to that. What about this move? Can I wedge? Simple thing is just to do that, and then fix. I can Atari here to prevent the second eye. This is threatening that cut. So to save the stone, he should connect. Probably like this, maybe. Nope, the bad way, okay. I can play here in Sente. This is threatening that cut, and then I can play here. So either he can protect against this cut, or I can Atari and capture these two stones. And then he has no eye shape. And then this is really, really strong. This is still kind of weak, actually. Atari, he might be able to get through and do some damage with this stuff. But, you know, play here. I can Atari that and cut. There's this Atari, of course, or that Atari, which is really annoying. Okay, so you're going to do that. So I will play here. And then when you protect against the cut, can I do this? Or rather, like this. So this prevents the second eye, so I'll do that. All I have to do is just connect. By cutting here, like I said, I can't really cut here because of this Atari. So I can threaten to cut here and then link up. What if he just descends? Well, then I cut, right? Atari, yeah. So I can play here, which is threatening this cut. If he descends, then I do cut. If he plays here, then I Atari and connect up. You're going to play that. Do you descend? And then let me... So there's still some cutting problems up here, of course. So I should be able to do... Nope. Because you can go Atari and capture that. Interesting. Okay. So I can descend here. I still have moves like this. I could still kind of break it up and seal it. This does not work because Atari, so I'll have to descend. It's still Sente, so he should respond, I think. I did not see that coming. He's trying to get the second eye right there. But he doesn't need to, right? He can just do this. So on his next move, he plays here. He now has two eyes, right? So now what I'm going to do is play this. Maybe I should have shoulder hit this. I think I will do this. And this. It's giving him, what, 4th, 5th, 6th line territory? So he's getting this much, I'm getting this much, supposedly, theoretically. And now I can Atari and get around if he does not respond. That's painful. Can I go again? I think I can go again. Atari, and follow, and then push here and block, and yeah, I think I could go again. All I have to do is just connect or capture or something like that. And then I can fix something. I'll fix like this. Because if he ever does cut, it's just a ladder right into my stuff. So you're coming into my territory now. I can still cut here. So you got to be careful of that. I can do this and that, right? Move is just to play here. Or connect solidly, I guess, but either one. Okay, so that's you're coming into my territory. What can I do about destroying yours? I can use this stone, give up 2 points, and seal this in. By playing this, that, and this, right? And then he gets up there. Cool. I also still have moves like this Atari, and you know, just generally being able to get in here and destroy all this territory, so that's nice for me. So this is basically mine now. Linking to this stone's pretty big. Doing some prevention of this stuff is pretty big too, I think. Just a move like this, I guess. Getting this Hane is pretty big. So the way to save it would be this move. So I'm not going to be able to really save a whole lot of points. I'm going to go here and get these few, I guess. Or am I or am I underestimating how big this is? So I have the option to do this. I can also descend here. Descend is pretty big. Prevents the Hane. Sure, let's do that. It'll end in Gote when he does the endgame Sente play, but... So there's that. This Hane is still pretty big for him, for points-wise anyways. So should I come back and try to relieve that, or should I do this? This gives me some pretty good Sente plays and letting him get that. So it's 4 points. Is it time for this? Sure, let's prevent him from getting too many of those points. So I'll be able to do this. I think I can Hane. I was looking at this cut, that Atari, and then cutting here. But if he does, then I Atari this, and then it's a ladder, so. Oh, you're Atariing that way. Okay. So I will... What? Atari this first, and Atari that, and then I'm fine? Eye shape-wise, anyways. Actually, this is probably a better move. Because then if he pokes up, I can Atari it. If he connects, then I can Atari it, Atari it, Atari it, and it's ladder. Yeah, that's pretty big. Oops, man. I was not going to actually play there. So now by playing here at Sente, right? Actually poking through is still, it's only with 1 point. This is probably the next biggest, I think. Because I've got the cut here. Actually, I've got the clamp too. The clamp is pretty big here. So he should probably respond. Let's see, if I just cut though, Atari out, if he follows, yeah, I can't just cut, but the clamp. The clamp! Cool. And so this is still Sente for me. It may not be big enough yet, but it's Gote for him. So this is also Sente for me. It's Sente for both of us, so I'm going to take a double Sente point. This is Sente for him and Gote for me, so that's his right to have that. Him descending here is going to be bad for me. So by playing here and forcing him to connect, I should be able to mitigate some of that. I will connect... Wait, what? He's not letting... Or he's not... Oh, I guess... Okay. So now I have this as a Sente play. Yep, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Now that sucks. Because now he can jump here. And also get this. Still got a lot of inlets into this territory, though. This Hane is also pretty big for both of us. Monkey jump. This is not a mistake. If he cuts, I can Atari it. Then he has to capture it, and then I can Atari it, and then he has to try and live here. That is the correct move. And I will play this for eye shape and such. Although it gives him this later, but... Now he can play this move over here, I guess. This is just destroying points. It's not actually getting him any. It's just taking away from me. Like I said, I've still got this Sente play, and I'll probably play that next. Then I'll play this Sente play. I'll probably play this one because it gives me a Sente play follow-up. This still needs to be resolved. Alright, so he's preventing me from getting there. Good. Is this done, though? I can prevent this Sente play here, and he'll have to respond. If he doesn't, then I can play here and capture the stones. If he Hane's here, then I can do that. Yeah, okay, so... I'm going to take away all the Sente plays that I can do and probably end on this one. Because... Yeah. Now, where's my other one? Here's a Sente. Or is it Sente? Atari. Yeah, okay, so you responded. This is a reverse Gote if I play it. This Atari... He'd probably respond to. It's worth 4 plus points. And then he can get this Atari and such. This is the next biggest move, I think. Although, coming in here is pretty big too. Especially if he does this move. If he does this move, then not so much. This is a pretty big threat. Because now I can do this to force that. And also get a Hana here and do some more damage. I want to play this one. Alright. And so now I've got a Sente play follow-up for there. Yeah, that was 1 point. These aren't really points though, this is just Dame essentially now, because I got that Atari. This right here is a Sente play though. I mean, I got a couple more moves in here I can do, some things like this. If he plays that, then all of this is really his and I really can't do much more with it. I can still cut here. Yeah. I can still cut here and get this move in Sente then, forcing him to capture it. Yep. And then I'll play this one. Not that I really need the eye shape, but... Oh, there's another one. Nice. I'm wondering if he couldn't have played this mouth shape point. So we got this reverse Sente play up here. He can solidify some of his territory by playing down here. There's some territory points in here and here I can get into yet. And then there's these Dame points. Yep. Let's see, is that bigger or is this bigger? If he plays here, I play that one. Versus me playing there, I can still poke up in here, but then he can get this one. And then when he pokes in here, it's no longer Sente. However, sure. I should have probably played this one first, actually, in hindsight. That's a Sente play. And that's what I'm going to do now, then. Actually, no, I screwed up. That's my bad. I should have wedged or clamped. Because by clamping, he has to fix here and then I can get in. If he descends, then I can Atari this. Yeah, I should have clamped there. Can I still do this? Atari, capture, Atari, Atari, capture. I can go out. Nah. I screwed that up. I could have gotten a couple more points in here. That's sad. So there's this Gote point. This is 1 point. This could be a couple. Him getting that definitely gives him a couple points. This takes it away and also gives me this bamboo joint as a follow-up. So he'll respond. And then I can get this 1 point in Gote later. If he doesn't respond, then I poke in and get even more, so... I guess there's this sort of thing. And this one. Those were both 2 points. The rest is all 1. That's why I did those. Yep, that's a point. This is also a point for you. This will eventually take a point. Poking in here also. I think that's pretty much it then. Yep. This doesn't do anything. Cutting, I just go here. That will eventually take a point. Do I have any more points I can take from you? I don't believe so. Overall, I think it's going to be a fairly close game. This is a lot of points, don't get me wrong, but... If I do win... Oh, he doesn't get Comey too. Forgot about that. If I do end up winning, it's probably going to be by about 10 points or so. I think that is it, sir. Yep, cool. So what is that? 9.5? 19.5? 10? 19.5? 18.5. So it was a little... Well, if he had Comey, it would have been about 10 points, right? Okay. Yay, I got my 3K back. Alright, thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please like it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, or feedback, please leave them below. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Yes, we finally broke the losing streak. Jesus. Oh, it's been brutal, and this won't show the current games that I did, but for the last 1, 2, 3 games in a row, I lost on KGS here. Actually, it was 4 because of the free game with Amitsu. I lost in a row, so good. It's finally feels good to finally break that losing streak. Looks like I need to do some more studying with Joseki because twice now I got pincered on a 3-4 high approach, pincered 1 space low, and I think I messed both of them up. So I need to go back and start studying some more Joseki. Once I finish attack and defense, then I will probably pick up Get Strong at Joseki, the first 3 of those, and start working my way through them just so I get some more in my head, especially the 3-4s. I think there's a whole book dedicated to 3-4s alone. So anyways, thanks. I already did that, didn't I? Huh. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching the addendum or epilogue. Epilogue? Is that the end of it? Yeah. See ya.